Before closing, please.
Hi.
No, because every time, if I don't do this like this is unnecessary, but if this wasn't there, you're just doing it different, and then it just goes everywhere. It takes you inside of it. Try making them.
Anything else? That's all. Thank you.
I recommend drinking it without straw.
Sorry?
I recommend drinking it without straw.
Without straw? Okay. All right. Thank you.
the train upstairs. Trains.
We can go downstairs.
Metro, yeah, downstairs, huh? Yeah,
Just follow the sign.
thank you. Yeah. target audience.
$16.
But you need help typing time.
Policy later now, black, but I have grey.
What they do?
She'll either want grey or black. I have the boo-boos, I'll just mix this, fill the boo-boo, hopefully they have them, yeah. They have the boo-boos, I'll just add them. I would be happy with just the boo-boos.
I got it from. Yeah, I haven't like actually stopped.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so one of the speaking is I bought one of these already, which is quite funny.
The train to Tolwyn is going to finish.
Okay, but we're not gonna buy a whole.
I'll call tonight. Can I call you tonight? Alright, later.